In a bold move that has sent shockwaves through international trade, President Donald Trump's reciprocal tariffs officially came into effect on Thursday, significantly increasing duties on exports from numerous U.S. trading partners. This decision marks a pivotal moment in U.S. trade policy, as it aims to address long-standing grievances regarding trade imbalances. It's midnight. Billions of dollars in tariffs are now flowing into the United States of America. Trump exuberantly declared on his social media platform, Truth Social. In a previous post, he emphasized that these tariffs are specifically aimed at countries that have taken advantage of the United States for many years, highlighting his administration's aggressive stance on trade. Just last week, in anticipation of the August 1st deadline for these tariffs, Trump adjusted the tariff rates and postponed the implementation date to August 7th. Among the most severe tariffs are Syria's staggering 41%, and both Laos and Myanmar facing a 40% rate. Switzerland, which failed to secure a last-minute agreement, is now confronted with a 39% tariff. Swiss negotiators made their way to Washington, D.C. this week for discussions, as the unexpectedly high tariff rate caught many off guard. However, as of now, no agreement has been reached, and an update from the Swiss government is anticipated later today. In a separate development, Brazil and India are now facing hefty duties of 50%. While Brazil's tariffs have already taken effect, India's current rate stands at 25%, but is set to escalate to 50% later this month, following an executive order signed on Wednesday. Trump has linked the tariffs on India to its ongoing purchases of Russian oil, adding another layer of complexity to the situation. Conversely, some nations have successfully negotiated trade agreements with the U.S. The European Union, Japan, and South Korea now face a more manageable 15% tariff, while the U.K. has managed to secure a 10% rate. However, countries like China and Mexico find themselves in a state of uncertainty. Currently, China is in a sort of trade truce with the U.S., while previously announced tariffs on Mexico are temporarily on hold, as Trump continues to unveil new tariff measures, including increased duties on India and the looming threat of 100% tariffs on semiconductor chips. Experts like Bill Papadakis, a macro strategist at Lombard Odier, assert that this game is not over. He noted a recent uptick in optimism due to a decrease in overall uncertainty, as several trade deals have been struck and some of Trump's more extreme threats have been retracted. Yet, Papadakis cautions against excessive optimism, as the long-term effects of these tariffs on economic growth and inflation remain uncertain. Wittmann, chairman and partner at Porta Advisors, remarked that the steep tariffs imposed on countries like India and Switzerland should not come as a shock. Just observe how Trump interacts with neighboring countries like Canada, and you can envision the broader implications. "Welcome to this new world order," he stated during an interview. Wittmann also commented on Switzerland's predicament as it seeks to reduce its tariff rate, suggesting that the nation must recognize the reality of existing in a world dominated by powerful policymakers, including China, the EU, and the US. He advised that the best course of action is to adapt and remain flexible in the short term, while also striving for greater structural strength and independence in the long run.